So what's going on, guys? My name's Ash and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel today. In today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at centre backs in FIFA 22 and why they have had such an increase in pace and other stats. We're also going to take a look at the inconsistencies and flaws with this, but before we get into the video, guys, I would appreciate it if you could drop this video a thumbs up, as that does massively help me out. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you're notified when a video is posted. And with all that aside, guys, let's get right into the video. So I'm sure that most of you that have looked at the ratings of players in FIFA 22 have noticed something very odd with centre backs. A lot of them have had a massive increase in pace from last year's game. Even players that are in their late 30s are getting an upgrade in pace. The most notable one out of all is 38-year-old Pepe from Porto getting a plus 14 pace upgrade from his card last year. Yes, 38-year-old Pepe has gone from 66 pace to 80 pace. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it would take something pretty miraculous for a 38-year-old man to suddenly gain 14 pace in FIFA. Now, I know some of you don't really understand how FIFA ratings work, and you might think Pepe has suddenly got faster over the year, but no, that is not correct. EA have just done this out of their own accord. And obviously, it's not just Pepe. There are many other players, if you take a look at the database, that have had an upgrade in pace that are centre-backs. And the reason is not that they are quicker, it's because EA are trying to make centre-backs usable again. If you look at most of the competitive players in FIFA 21, most of them use fullbacks at centre-back because they were better in every way. As a whole, fullbacks had better passing stats, dribbling stats, agility, balance. And obviously they were quicker too. So what was the disadvantage to using a fullback at centre-back? There just wasn't one. The truth is, fullbacks were just way more efficient at centre-backs than at any centre-backs in the game, which is just completely backwards. You know, in real life, a manager, if he had a fully fit squad, would not select his fullbacks to play at centre-back. Like, you just wouldn't have that because they're fullbacks. Their job is to play on the side. So if in FIFA it is more popular to use fullbacks at centre-backs, there is clearly a flaw with the game. As careless to the game that EA are, even they know it is embarrassing for a fullback to be better at centre-back than a literal centre-back. This is why there has been a massive pace boost on a lot of cards that are centre-backs in FIFA 22, because EA are trying to prevent people from using fullbacks at centre-back purely for the pace aspect. A lot of the centre-backs that have been upgraded in pace in FIFA 22 are like the lower rated ones, such as Militao and Pepe. Centre-backs that should be more freely available towards the start of the game compared to like Varane and Van Dijk. The reason for this is fairly obvious. Players like Van Dijk and Varane are extremely high rated and they have good stats all around, so they don't really need the extra pace boost as much as these lower rated cards. Because even a 76 pace Van Dijk is going to be insanely overpowered at the start of FIFA, and obviously players like Van Dijk will be included in promos where their main selling point will be that their pace has increased. So this asks the question, are the pace ratings reliable? Are they correct? And the simple answer is no, they're obviously not. Believe it or not, guys, a lot of FIFA ratings are not based on real life performances at all. It's based on what EA just feel like giving them. They rarely take stats or performance into consideration and just give them what they want. So it's basically a massive opinion from game developers. Like, it should be fairly obvious that Pepe, a guy that has never had 80 pace in his career on Ultimate Team, getting an 80 pace card in FIFA 22 when he's as old as he's ever been is entirely incorrect and unrealistic. Now, I know I keep using Pepe as an example, but he is the most obvious one I can find, and it's also fairly obvious that EA really don't care at this point. They're just giving what they want to players just to make the game better, I guess. Now, in as many FIFAs as I can remember, centre-backs pace levels have just been completely neglected by EA. For some reason, they think if you play at centre-back, you can't run very well. So maybe they've just had a sudden realization that centre-backs can actually run. Like, I'm sure you all saw Rudiger's run in the Champions League yesterday. He completely blitzed through the whole team, and he's got 75 pace on FIFA. And personally, I've always found this strange, because a lot of the time, centre-backs record the highest speeds in the league. And if you think about it, centre-backs sometimes have to be the quickest player on the pitch, because if there's a ball played in behind and they have to catch someone, they've got to be fast to do it, right? But no, EA have not upgraded centre-backs pace because they've realised they're actually quite fast footballers. It's pure purely to prevent people playing fullbacks at centre-back. Now, we all know these centre-back pace ratings are completely inconsistent and unreliable because there's no way Pepe, for example, is faster than Van Dijk. No chance. And in addition to upgrading centre-backs pace ratings in FIFA, they've also downgraded the fullbacks pace ratings, you know, gradually. And I think what EA have gone for is they've tried to downgrade fullbacks pace just a tad so that they're still higher than centre-backs, but centre-backs have, you know, other stats that, you know, make them better suited to the centre-back position than, you know, a fullback would. Like, if you could choose between an 80 pace centre-back Pepe or an 86 left-back Jordi Alba who's very weak and small, who would you rather play at centre-back? You'd probably rather play Pepe because although he's got slightly less pace, you can put a shadow on him and make him quick enough. He's also stronger, taller, and better suited to the position. I really feel like that's what they've gone for. So although the ratings are inconsistent and a lot of the times incorrect, it's just to get people to start playing centre-backs again. And I honestly think it's a positive change because I found it really annoying when somebody plays full-backs at centre-back because you're like, this isn't football, this wouldn't happen. Like, you just wouldn't see Alphonso Davies playing centre-back for the first team all the time, would you? To be fair to EA though, they knew they had to nerf full-backs at centre-back, but to be fair, how do you really do that without messing up the entire game? Like, think about it for a second. You can't take away an entire fullback stats just because they'd be good at centre-back. Like, that's wrong. So the solution was to upgrade centre-backs as a whole and make them more usable. So let me know what you guys think of the centre-back upgrades in FIFA 22 and whether they're justified or not. Personally, I don't mind it. I think we definitely needed a change when it came to, you know, the whole fullback at centre-back thing. So, you know, I think this is a pretty good solution. At least centre-backs will be usable in the game. And although the ratings are inconsistent, you know, it doesn't really matter to me that much. I don't use the majority of players, so I just pick the players I want and just go from there, really. I also think EA have done this to raise some sort of debate and controversy about player ratings because it gets people talking about it, you know? Like, for example, we all saw Pepe's pace today or yesterday or whenever, and we're like, how has he got plus 14 pace? And everyone starts talking about it on social media. It gets the game trending. It gets everyone talking about it. Like, I know Rudiger, for example, posted on Twitter moaning about his FIFA rating. Like, they do it to create controversy and a stir. Like, that's the whole point. It's a free marketing plan for them, basically. Because us players complaining about it are basically advertising the game for free. So yeah. But anyways, yeah guys, I hope this cleared up why centre-backs are getting such ridiculous pace upgrades in FIFA 22 because I know a lot of people are confused about this and it, you know, I do understand your confusion, it is a bit stupid. But if you have enjoyed this video or found it informative, I would appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new so you never miss out on any videos like this one. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you're notified when a video is posted. And with all that aside, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will catch you guys all later. Peace out, and see you in the next one.